All right, thank you. It is 5:05, and I'm calling to order the Northpoint Governance School, the Northpoint Charter School Governance Council. It is April 23rd. Can I please get a roll call?
Sarah Menacucci,
Here.
Anthony Padilla,
Here.
Lisa Berenberg, here, and Eileen Johnson.
Here.
4 members of the board are present. 2 members are absent.
Great, thank you. Would you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Did anyone have any changes they wanted to make to the agenda? I just questioned whether or not it should say special meeting notice and agenda instead of regular.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, but that was the only thing I said. Okay, not hearing any. Could I get a motion to adopt the agenda with the one change, changing it to special meeting notice? Can we do that? I think we can do that since it's not changing the content.
This is Anthony. I make a motion to approve the agenda with changing the title to a special meeting.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a second?
Sarah Menacucci, and I second it.
All right, and a vote?
This is a vote to adopt the agenda as written with the minor change of noting that it's a special meeting instead of a regular meeting in the title. Anthony Padilla.
Aye.
Sarah Menacucci.
Aye.
Lisa Berenberg. Aye. Eileen Johnson.
Aye. All right, motion passed. Public comment. We are seeking public input on the 26-27 school budget. And I don't see any members of the public present, so we'll move on. Consent agenda. Did anyone have any changes they would like to recommend for the April 15th meeting minutes?
No.
All right. Okay. Hearing none, could I get a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes the minutes?
Sarah Menacucci, and I'd like to propose that we accept the consent agenda and meeting minutes for April 15th.
Great. All right. First motions. Can I get a second?
It's Anthony Padilla. I second that motion.
All right. And a vote?
This is a vote to accept the consent agenda, which includes the minutes from the 15 April 2026 meeting. Anthony Padilla.
Aye.
Sarah Menacucci.
Aye.
Lisa Berenberg. Aye. And Eileen Johnson.
Aye. All right. Financial management. We just have 2 items tonight. So first is the FY27 school budget discussion and action. Lisa, is there anything you wanted to point out to us?
I'll let Marie take over the budget.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you all this evening?
Good.
Doing well. How are you?
Good. It's with much weeping and gnashing of teeth that we're getting this done.
Thank you for your hard work.
Just kidding. Not really, but I try. So
Right.
let me share my screen and get this thing rolling here. I gotta find you first and share the screen. And I gotta pull this up and start the down. Can everybody see that, or maybe I'm on the wrong screen? Because you can still see,
or we can see.
yeah,
We can see both.
yeah. That's and the one that you're only supposed to see is on my other screen, so that's
no.
not a good thing. Let me see. How do I fix this? Slideshow, custom slideshow. Here, maybe I move this over here Maybe if I do it backwards, that'll work. No?
You can try sharing just the document rather than the screen. I don't know if that will fix it for you.
Oh,
Or
it's
vice
in a,
versa, try sharing just the screen rather than the document. I don't know.
Or drag your document over to the screen that's showing. That's what I usually
yeah,
do.
that's what I thought I could do,
Hmm.
but I can't drag this one over because it's in presentation mode.
Mm,
Well, let's see.
swap presentation. There we
There.
go.
How about
There.
that?
Yay.
All right. Great.
Can everybody see that, or do I need to try to make it a little bigger, or are we good?
I'm good. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the 2026, 2027 operating budget for North Point Charter School. I want to stress at the beginning, at the outset, that these are only estimates. They're estimates based upon what we're ending with this year and what we estimate we'll get next year. Some of the estimates are a little bit more firm because of a new system that the New Mexico PED has in place right now, where we actually know what our federal, at least title funds and IDEA B allocations will be. So those aren't as much guesswork as they have been in the past. So without further ado, here we go. So this is just, showing what we're doing. And then the governing council, I hope I spelled everybody's name right. I tried. Okay, so then just some highlights about the budget this year. North Point Charter School collaborated with administration, staff, and parents to develop a budget that is aligned with the school's goals. NCIS balanced the budget on anticipated revenues and $174,006 of cash carryover for fiscal year 2027. And that is down from what we anticipated last year. Last year, we anticipated using cash carryover of 390,000.
Oh.
So Lisa has done a fantastic job of keeping the costs as low as she possibly can.
Mhm.
All certified staff making over 60,000 will receive a mandated 1% pay increase, and staff making, and this is a kind of a different
Recap.
thing for you all. And I'll explain later why it's a little bit different. Staff making 50 to 60,000 will receive a 2% pay increase, and staff making under 50,000 will receive a 4% pay increase. And this is I'll go into that in a minute. The unit value used to determine the school state equalization guarantee, which is we refer to as the SEG, increased by 3.49%, value of 7,117.10, and that's up from 6,877.10 in the prior year.
Is that the approximate amount that it usually goes up? Like
Well,
3%, 3.5%?
yeah, it's $240 per se per unit, and that's
Okay.
that's about normal
Okay.
if they give us anything, and that we're thankful for that.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
health insurance coverage will increase to a mandated 80-20 split, so 80% paid by the school and 20% for all employees. The school's risk insurance decreased by 2.68, which that's a good thing. Schools providing designated ELL services are eligible for additional program units, and NCS benefited from this program with approximately $14,000 to the operational fund. And NCS will also participate in the K-12 plus and FY27, and this results in approximately $36,254 in addition to the operating fund. So here you have the school-specific budget changes. Like I said, the SEG went up 3.49. Your T and E and TCI increased by 3.49, which is another indicator that provides more funds to the school. And the ancillary increase is 8.54, and that's just for your psychologist and your counselors and your all of those folks. NIMSIA risk decreased by the 2.68. And then the statutory budgetary changes that are required. The SEG, the 1% raise across salaries, the 80% increase paid by school for all staff, and the 0.33 multiplier for a 3-year average ELL students. So those are kind of the things that are no matter what. Other changes, the medical insurance went up 9.95. The dental insurance went up 4%. All schools must meet minimum instructional hours. That's not different. And there are multipliers for over a certain amount of days. The salaries did not change, just the insurance and part of the reason that the was discussed to increase sorry about that, to increase part of the reason to increase those from 50 to 60 and 50 and under at different rates is because those that were already paying higher insurance would receive a greater benefit from the 80/20 to their paycheck, whereas those that are paying less would probably see a decrease in their pay. So, or at least the benefit wouldn't be as much if there was a benefit. So Lisa and the finance committee discussed it and felt like that was a fair way to kind of help fix that. Okay. Are there any questions so far?
Is there
And I'm
a
not gonna
color
read-
code scheme, or like
Do what?
does yellow mean something or gray, or is it just to highlight
It's-
the different lines?
It's just the color code. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
it's just the color for Vertex education. They used to be K-12 colors and now they're Vertex colors. So
Oh.
I'm not going to read every word. If you're thinking that's going to happen, it's not. I'm just going to hit the
No.
highlights here.
Yeah.
So, so the school's overall projected budget is 4,909,482, which includes both projected new revenue of 4,939 and a cash carryover of 2,160,143. And here's the breakdown of the revenue and how that will come in to the school. And over here's the breakdown of what each of those funds, like the special revenue funds, how they're received. Sorry. Okay, so overall, the operational budget makes up most of the school's budget, as you can see here, 69%. And then the special funds make up 28%. And then the capital funds make up about 4%. No, sorry, that's backwards. The special revenue makes up 4% and the capital funds make up 28%. And here again is a breakdown of the. Let me tell him I'm busy and to stop bothering me. Just give me a second. Jeez.
We'll see you. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we see how the SEG comes in comparatively from last year. So as you can see, there's that increase in the SEG that provided an increase. There's some decrease in the student activity. And then there's, I should have put myself on do not disturb. And then there's a decrease in the CSI grant that won't be received. And a uh, down below where you see the lease assistance, we aren't allowed or to budget for lease assistance until we have the actual award. So it has to be zero at this point.
So there was
And then-
there was three big hitters, right? There was the Title I CSI. There was lease assistance, which I remember from last fall. It comes back in most
Right.
years, right?
Right.
And then there's this special capital outlay from the state, which is almost, which is 567K. So
Right.
down 92%.
Well, that's due to your bathroom refreshes that we've already received the funding for those.
Oh.
And they're about to be done, so we can't budget for them in the new year because we've already started the projects.
Got it. So we had budgeted for it, then we paid it out, and now okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And may I interject, Marie? And then that
Yes.
CSI grant, that's the money we received for school improvement because of the CSI grad rating. And since we no longer have that designation, we're not eligible for the funding next year.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then the program cost review, this is the actual, what we call, the 910B5. This is a cornbread look at the 910B5 with a side-by-side comparison from last year. And you can see that almost everywhere was an increase except for your Class C students, Class C special ed, and your gifted. And then the twice exception. So those are kind of, that wasn't a big hit. You did increase in your funding for the grades due to the increase in the SEG, and then also your adjusted ancillary and your T&E.
Lisa, does that mean that we had a lot of the special ed kids graduate?
Yes, we do have a number of graduates this year with an IEP, and
Okay.
that twice exceptional line, we only have 2 students at the school classified that way, and they're both seniors.
Okay.
Are there any questions on this slide? Okay. Okay, so then the expenditures, as mentioned before, was able to balance the budget using approximately $174.06 of cash carryover. I'm sorry. The school's management is continuing to work towards increasing enrollment, and the school plans to utilize fund balances in HB 33 towards lease to purchase payments as well as student software coming out of SB 9. So here's a breakdown of how the expenditures come out. The school has budgeted 48% to operational fund, expenditures and instruction, and 11% in classroom support, for a total of 59% for instruction and support. When not considering cash carryover, that is budgeted. Below is the further information on how this is allocated, not delegated, sorry. And so here's a side-by-side comparison. And truly the only one that's kind of large is the building and plant, but that is exactly for what we explained earlier because we're about to do a big project.
Makes sense.
But everything else is pretty same as last year.
Why did classroom support go down at a seemingly considerable chunk? Is that due to retirements?
For next year, I believe that we did don't remember why. I don't, I believe we did lose a IA or they went, do you
Is,
remember, Lisa?
well, I'm not sure which category the teachers are classified in. I would think they were classified in instruction. And we're eliminating a teaching position. And then, we have the change in the maintenance contract. That might, but I don't know if I would think that's more building and plant. I don't know what's classified as classroom support.
Right. So these are the instructions. So we have 7.53 teachers, and this is not a side-by-side comparison, unfortunately, but and then there's your special ed teacher and your educational assistant are 3. But we did go down a teacher, and we also went down did
We're down a teacher and then just the change in the maintenance director position.
right. I'd have to I can pull up last year's if you need me to actually see the difference.
I mean, down is good. So
Okay. All right. And then here's the comparison for expenditures by object code. And what that means is that with school business, we have an object code that tells us what each item is being expended towards. So uh, the operational fund expenditure without cash carryover are budgeted in compensation and benefits. 31% is budgeted into contract services and 5% into supplies. So 64%. I didn't put that in there. I'm sorry. 64% and then 33% and then 5%. So most everything goes to compensation and benefits, which is normal.
Yeah.
And then here's a breakdown of the personnel costs. Like I said, and then down here are your additional compensation, the stipends that will be distributed. And then here's non-personnel costs. These are costs that for like your softwares and your other contract services and the like with your auditing and your tax collections and your utilities and rent. And then here's non-personnel costs as well, but these are more like travel and training and supplies and materials, those kind of items.
Okay.
And then also your capitals, your capital reserve and your fixed assets.
okay.
This one is a little bit depressing. Lisa and I talked about it, but I did want you to know for sure that last year we did anticipate using 390,000 in carryover to balance this year's budget, and we did not have to do that. So as hard as this looks, at least there's a light at it's at the end. It's better than we thought it would be.
Well, and we brought down the amount that we had in saved up by doing some projects around the school in 23-24. Was that the right year for that, I think?
Oh, okay.
I started in 24.
Yeah. But Chris had started before you. So
Yes,
yeah.
there was we were trying to spend down some of the cash while Wellness Loops was still here. And I think that's part of that big drop you see from 23 to 20.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so then the appendix has it doesn't have it on this, but on your packets, there's the let me try that again.
I've got it
On your
up.
packets, there's the sorry, oops, I just went crazy. Is the salary schedules, which I know have already been approved, but they're there for your information. and also is the 910B5, which needs to be approved as well. And that, well, it's part of the approval process. Like we all are just stuck with what PED says, but still it is there for your perusal. And then also the calendar, because the calendar has to be submitted at the same time as the budget.
Mhm. Looks great.
So
Any questions on the budget, you guys?
Nope.
All right.
okay, so
Here,
just
oh,
before I quit, I'm going to send out as soon as I finish it's called a 910B10. So it is what it is. And we need it to be able to upload with the budget that's due on Monday. So if you all could sign it as soon as you can.
sure.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Could I get
Ms.
a,
Johnson, we
yeah.
do need specific language to approve the budget.
okay,
And that is, we're asking you to request a motion to conditionally approve the FY 27 budget pending final approval by the PED with possible budget changes.
okay. Could I get a motion to conditionally approve the FY 27 budget? Shoot.
Pending final approval by the PED.
Pending
with
final
possible
approval by
changes.
the PED. Yeah, okay.
With possible changes.
With possible changes. Okay.
I make a motion, and I don't remember any of that. I make I make a motion to approve the budget,
Conditionally approved.
Conditionally approve the budget
conditionally approve the budget
pending final approval by PED
pending final approval by PED
with
and
possible budget changes.
and possible budget changes.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Sarah Minicucci, and I second it.
And I only have
Say it.
1% left on my battery, so I thought this was going to last it long enough, but if it dies, I'll have to go join Lisa. So
Real quick.
Zoom is really sucking the life out of my battery, and I used my phone all day. So I'm sorry. Go ahead with the vote.
Let's see. This is a vote to conditionally approve the fiscal year 27 budget pending final approval by PED with possible changes. Anthony Padilla.
Aye.
Let's see. Sarah Minicucci.
Aye.
Eileen Johnson.
Aye.
Lisa Berenberg. Aye. Passed.
All right, passed. Okay, next, the maintenance custodian.
Oh, she's
There she
gone.
went.
Left.
We don't have a quorum until she rejoins. So we'll pause for a second and wait for her.
I'm going to go outside and wave her down.
Okay. And while we're paused, I can let you know that you already approved last week the salary scale for that new position for FY 27, but I need to hire the position in June so that there's some overlap with the current director. And so I just need permission to use that same salary scale for the month of June of this year. That's what the vote will be for. how long they'll be. It sounded like they were very close together. So I'm gonna pause the recording until she comes back because it's kind of weird to be recording us all just sitting.
That's a little awkward. There's some talking.
That was fast.
I didn't remember what phone I had their phone number on, so anyway. Alrighty.
That was
Alrighty.
fast.
Hi,
Yeah, let her
sorry.
resume the recording. Back on.
Hi, sorry. Okay. All right, so next we're discussing the maintenance custodian salary scale for June. Discussion and action.
And for the record here, I am asking for permission to use the newly approved FY27 salary scale for the new maintenance custodian position during the month of June, so that I can hire the individual now, and I need to be able to pay.
I think it's a great idea. Good catch, Lisa, for them to be able to overlap.
Did you restart the recording?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just wasn't sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Thank you. Sorry. All right, so it doesn't sound like I hear any questions. Could I get a motion to approve the maintenance custodian salary scale for June?
This is Anthony. I make a motion to approve the custodial maintenance salary for June.
Thank you. And a second?
Sarah here, and I second it.
All right, and a vote? This is a vote to approve the maintenance custodian salary scale for June, utilizing the fiscal year 27 salary scale for June. Let's see, Anthony Padilla,
Aye.
Sarah Menicucci,
Aye.
Lisa Berenberg, aye. Eileen Johnson, aye. All right, motion passed. Any announcements or comments from anybody? All right, it is 5:38 and we are adjourned. Next regular meeting is May 20th.
Thank you all. I know it's no fun to have a special meeting, and I know it took longer than we anticipated, but we do budget once a year, and I appreciate your time to go through it so everybody understands what we're going to spend the money on.
Thank you. Yep. Sorry about my phone snafu.
It happens.
I used it to do training today during lunch, and so I should have thought ahead instead of doing my compass training for school.
But that means that you've finished all your training hours, doesn't it?
Almost. I have a video and a quiz left. Yeah.
Okay. Well done.
That's okay. We'll let it slide this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Good
See
night.
you.
Thanks, Marie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good thing we had that talk before you